Alright, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson. And tonight I'm going to be introducing a brand new segment to the channel, one that I've been thinking about doing in various incarnations for quite a while, and I finally decided to do it, and I think that I picked the perfect fighter to introduce it with. So this segment is going to be called Blast from the Past, and it's going to be featuring fighters who are probably lesser known to a lot of fans because they fought before the women's divisions really took off. And part of the inspiration for doing this segment is that a lot of fighters are now getting the title of pioneer from fans, and like longer time fans of the sport like me that have been following it. I've been following the sport for 15 years now, thinking like, wait, that fighter's a pioneer? Like, no. I mean, okay, they did some good things for the sport, but I wouldn't call them a pioneer. I'm thinking that I remember their debut, and there's fighters that were around way longer than they were. And that's not to discredit any other fighters, but I'm really want to focus on, old school women's mixed martial arts fighters that really paved the way for a lot of the fighters that are now getting labeled as pioneers. And tonight I want to dedicate this first edition to a fighter who really didn't fight for very long, but she put in a lot of fights in that short amount of time, and that's going to be Miku Matsumoto. Now, Matsumoto acquired a 23-4 record as a pro, fighting anywhere from what is now known as atomweight all the way up to what is now known as flyweight. She made her pro debut in 2004 and retired in 2009. So her career didn't last very long, but she acquired quite a resume against quite a number of very good fighters in that time. Now, rather than take the time to make up my own bio for her, write up one that would take forever, someone wrote up a very good one on her topology, so I'm just going to read straight from that. Miku Matsumoto. Miku is a now retired former deep women's lightweight 106 pounds champion, which she held until her retirement. She has fought in promotions such as Valkyrie, Deep, Shudo, Smack Girl, and Heat. She holds notable wins over Hisai Watanabe, Karina Dam, Sahi Ham, Masaki Takamoto, Lisa Ellis, and Tomomi Tsunaba. She also avenged every single one of her losses. She was known as one of the busiest fighters of all time, having squeezed 27 fights into a 5-year period. Matsumoto's road to MMA was interesting in that she was more into piano and penmanship than sports, and she had no previous martial arts or combat sport experience. She only took up MMA as a part-time job to kill time and save money after studying overseas. Miku was victorious in her MMA debut, winning a decision. In her second fight, she would face who would become her biggest rival in Masaki Takamoto. Takamoto would get the better of Miku, submitting her with an armbar. Miku would then win 7 straight fights and take on Takamoto again. Once again, Takamoto would emerge victorious by submission. She would win her next 2 fights and then take on Karina Dam. Miku would lose by submission, but the bout was clouded with controversy. When Dam was looking to secure an armbar, Miku yelled that Dam was grabbing her glove. However, the referee did not acknowledge the alleged foul, and Dam then extended the armbar, prompting the referee stoppage despite Matsumoto's protests. 1 month later, they would have a rematch. This time, Miku would win a dominating decision. Next, Miku would take on an up-and-coming American in Lisa Ellis. Ellis would win in an upset with a rare scarf hold submission. After the fight, she returned to the Deep promotion, where she began to hit her stride with 2 submission wins, one over hot Korean prospect and future Jules champion Sahi Ham. This set up the 3rd fight between Miku and Takamoto. This fight had a different outcome than their previous 2 fights, with Miku winning by armbar. This set up Miku for a shot at the Deep Women's Lightweight 106 pounds title against champion Hisai Watanabe. Miku would earn the decision and the title after a very competitive battle. Most surprising was that she not only outgrappled Hisei, but she also outstruck the dangerous kickboxer. She would win 3 non-title bouts, all 3 by submission. This set up her first title defense against Takemoto in their 4th and final bout. Miku showed just how far her game had come along by finishing Takemoto via body kicks. She would win 2 more fights before taking on Lisa Ellis in a rematch for the title. 2 weeks before the fight, Miku was involved in a cycling accident in which she injured her left hip flexors, reducing her to just light swimming for her final fight preparations. Miku would still go on to dominate the fight and would submit her by armbar in the 3rd round, and she would later say that this was the fight that left the biggest impression on her. Miku fought her last fight against Tomomi Windy Tsunaba. Miku won by decision and then disappeared for a few months, sparking rumors of a retirement. On February 8, 2010, at Deep 46th Impact, Miku took to the ring. This time it was not as a participant, but to the shock of the crowd, Matsumoto announced her retirement at only 28 years old. Matsumoto stated that she had become detached from MMA and no longer had the ability to continue serious training or perform as a professional fighter. She further stated that she had no regrets about her decision to retire and does not plan to remain involved with MMA training or coaching in the near future. At the time of her retirement, Matsumoto was the number 3 ranked pound-for-pound female MMA fighter in the world and the number 2 ranked female flyweight. On April 17, 2010, Miku participated in a 5-minute retirement exhibition against close friend Megumi Fujii at Deep 47th Impact. Miku finished the exhibition with a flying armbar. After the rematch, a retirement ceremony was held for her with many of her peers paying tribute to her. So this has been your inaugural A Blast from the Past, Miku Matsumoto.